Hello and welcome to AAFT 24/7. This is the day 3rd of the 18th Global Film Festival, and today we have a very renowned guest with us, Mr. Komal Nahta, a renowned film trade analyst. We welcome you, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, what does success mean to you in the box office? Like, how do we know that this movie will be the flop or like?
See, success, it's very clear. A film costs a certain amount of money. If it makes more money than its cost, it is a success. If it doesn't recover its money, it is a failure. And if it just breaks even, it is average. So it's very clearly and very scientifically defined. A success is any film that makes money more than it has cost to make.
Sir, after this OTT and digital media, how do we see the box office and how do like films run in the?
See, OTT, television, satellite, all that is fine. But finally, films are made for the box office. In the final tally, they should work at the box office. And plus, the revenues that generate from satellite or from OTT, they're all dependent on the box office. And that is why the clauses which Netflix or Amazon or ZTV or Star TV, any television channel or a satellite channel or any OTT platform, the agreements that they make with the producers are generally, if it does a box office of this much, this will be the price. If it exceeds this much, this will be the hike. If it is lower than this much, then you will reduce the price. So even everybody, including the OTT platforms and the satellite channels, realize that the final test for the film is the box office. So despite all these platforms or all these new media coming in, if a film works at the box office, all these media pay extra for them. And if they don't work, then even these media don't really pay too much for them.
So in today's era, we are seeing that movies are not making that much money, and the OTT, of course, the series, they are like doing the business, and
No, I don't think so. Dhurandhar is one of the biggest hits of
Yeah.
Indian cinema. Probably it will turn out to be the biggest ever. So it's not as if OTT has come and destroyed box office business. Of course, OTT is a formidable opposition. What is more formidable than OTT is that the audience is today exposed to world cinema. So at the click of a button, they can see Korean cinema, they can see Hollywood, they can see any language film, any country's film. So they have started comparing all Indian films with what they see on the international platform. That is one thing. And secondly, people are not realizing the biggest opposition to cinema today is not television. It is not OTT platforms. It is not Netflix or Amazon. It is the reels which we see on our phone. Those 1 and 2 minute reels, we don't realize we actually spend a couple of hours watching those reels, and therefore our quota of entertainment is completed because of those reels. Where is the necessity of going to the cinemas? So till you don't have something very compelling, you will not go to the cinemas. That is the opposition.
sir, one Bollywood myth or like box office myth, we can say. Do you see in the world, in today's world, that this is a myth that really needs to be burst? Any myth, you think?
I think the myth is that if you have a couple of top stars, you can't go wrong. No. Now, if your content is good, it works. If your content is not good, no amount of stars can pull your film. Finally, people have woken up to the fact that content is what we want, nothing else matters. Stars do matter, but if the content is good, they matter and they add value. But if the content is bad, no amount of stardom is going to help. So, the importance of stars to get the audience in and to make a film hit or a blockbuster has reduced, and the value of content has increased.
So, any Bollywood movie that you loved and that has an impact on you?
Several films. Like recently, I saw Homebound. I was aware that this film would not work at the box office, but it was a beautifully made film and very well enacted. Similarly, Dhurandhar, I thought, we feel that we know everything because we read the papers, current affairs, and all that. But Dhurandhar projected how Pakistan thinks and how Pakistan plans its activities and terrorism against India. I think it was beautifully told. So I often feel that we probably know 10 or 20% of the things. It is films like these which educate us and take us so deep inside that we realize what we knew is not enough.
So cinema is like a mirror to the world.
Cinema is actually a mirror to the world, but I would like to add over here that all these court cases that are filed, that this is right and this is wrong, please treat cinema as cinema. It is not here to educate you or to change your beliefs. If you don't agree with something shown in cinema, don't watch the film. Nobody's putting a gun to your head. But don't drag every actor, every film producer, every writer, every director to court because it doesn't serve any purpose. It is your 2 minutes of fame. Actually, when you lose the case, it's your 2 minutes of shame, not even
Yeah.
fame.
Sir, according to you, what does creativity mean in cinema?
Well, creativity in cinema means you offer something new, and if you can't offer something new, tried and tested material is also good enough. At least the context should be new or the presentation should be new. So either your content should be new. If the content is not new, at least the presentation ought to be new.
Any example that you would like to give us that the content was same but the presentation was different and
I'll talk about Dhurandhar. Now, when before Dhurandhar was released, there were so many prominent top producers of Bollywood. They said, "क्या चलेगी ये? Pakistan, India, Pakistan की कहानी. So many films have worked. Abhi people are tired." Nobody realized because they had not seen the film that this is the first India-Pakistan film which shows what the Pakistanis are doing and what the Pakistanis are thinking. Every film made so far which dealt with the India-Pakistan rivalry or India-Pakistan enmity always shows the Indian perspective with bits and pieces of Pakistan. This shows everything that is happening in Pakistan with bits and pieces of what is happening in India. So that itself was such a novel thought. I think it was a brilliant idea. So while the world thought, "अरे ये India Pakistan है क्यों चलेगी?" he showed the world क्यों चलनी चाहिए because ऐसी चीज आपने देखी नहीं है. पाकिस्तान का नजरिया आपने देखा ही नहीं है. पूरे 3 घंटे में 15 मिनट, 17 मिनट, 20 मिनट आप पाकिस्तान का देखते. इसमें 15-20 मिनट इंडिया के दिखाए. बाकी पूरी फिल्म पाकिस्तान का माइंडसेट क्या है, पाकिस्तान क्या कर रही है, पाकिस्तान कैसे सोचती है, पाकिस्तान कैसे टेररिस्ट अटैक्स प्लान करती है, ये सब तो हमने देखा ही नहीं है. सो कहने के लिए इंडिया पाकिस्तान है लेकिन टोटली नया नजरिया है, टोटली नया. एंड देयरफॉर आई थिंक इट डिजर्व्स द सक्सेस इट इज गेटिंग. No wonder it is on its way to becoming one of the biggest hits of Indian cinema, if not the biggest. I won't be surprised if it turns out to be the biggest ever.
Sir, we see the old old Bollywood actors coming back to the cinema like Akshay Khanna and Bobby Deol. So what would you like to say about that?
I feel talented people, there's no dearth of work. You just have to get that right role. After that, you're going to be flooded. So what happened to Bobby Deol's career after Animal, I see the same happening to Akshay Khanna's career after Dhurandhar. He's been praised to the skies and he has done such a fantastic job that he deserves more roles.
Thank you so much, sir. We are so proud to have you here.
Thank you.
And for more updates on Global Film Festival, keep updated to AFT 24/7 Noida.